morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. My name is Kalpesh and I will be at today's SSA for meeting. I welcome you all to the Hoodi Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster Club. First, please turn off your mobile or put them on a silent mode. As a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please do not cross talk. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop the communication and the leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. With that note, with the tremendous round of applause, I would like to welcome our president, who is K-like working in finance, Toastmaster Dixon.
You are the
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and girls. Sorry, my voice is not recovered because due to some infection. So sorry for that. I declare your meeting number 163 open. And happy Holi in advance. And happy Women's Day to all the women in our club.
Thank you. Thank you.
Due to some exams, our secretary Toastmaster Kiran will be on break for some few weeks. So I published the minutes of the meeting yesterday. So anyone going through it, do you have any amendments, any suggestions on that? Know that.
He is perfect in writing everything.
Oh, thank you.
He doesn't miss anything.
So I passed the minutes of the meeting. Sorry. Do you have any first name guest today? Yeah. Can you please introduce yourself? How do you know about the Toastmasters?
Yeah. For the people who were already there, sorry for the repetition. My name is Splendor. I'm a software engineer, and I came to know about Toastmasters from PT, and she suggested that I attend a couple of sessions here, mostly because I want to improve my communication skills, both in terms of listening and giving out. And yeah, that's the primary reason why I'm here. And happy to see that everybody has been quite welcoming.
Thank you. Hello. And anyone from online, Madhu.
Madhu is our.
Oh, Madhu Mida. You should tell me your video. And Deepak Patel.
Deepak, yes, he is the first.
Yes.
Hey everyone, good morning. So this is Deepak. I am a mechanical design engineer in applied materials, and I'm currently part of Prestige Santiniketan Toastmasters Club. And I know we have Hoodi Club in neighborhood, and I just wanted to, be part of your meeting and just learn from you guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Second or third guest from Toastmasters. Sorry, guest Priyanka.
Yeah.
Vidina, right?
Okay.
Fine.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Priyanka and I'm a software developer in Global Logic, and I get to know with one of my friends. She used to join Toastmaster in Orissa, Bhubaneswar. She's on Infosys. I was also in Infosys before Global Logic. So she suggested me to please join me, and I searched nearby me those like Toastmaster Club. So I like to know about this and.
Thank you. Toastmaster Vaidyathi here also gave our speech one day, right? Yeah.
Good morning to all the Toastmasters. Actually, it would be a little incorrect if you call me a guest because I come here so often. But I'm not a foodie.
Yeah, in that terms,
Yeah, so Toastmaster Yaska invited me to this club, to the meeting today. So really looking forward. So yeah, that's my.
Thank you. So today our theme of the meeting, songs of colors. So I'm not going more about that because of some health conditions. So today I would like to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, the pillars of Hoodi Toastmasters Club, the ambassador of our Hoodi Toastmasters Club. Let's welcome big round of applause, Toastmasters. Yeah, this is the foundation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dixon, for that warm invitation on stage. My favorite poet is William Wordsworth. And one of his favorite poems, one of the poems written by him, which I admire a lot, is called "My Heart Leaps Up When I Behold a Rainbow in the Sky." So was it when my life began, so is it when I am a man, so be it when I shall grow old or let me die. It's a very beautiful poem. So he talks about the fascination with rainbows. What are the 7 colors of rainbows? Any idea?
Yellow, green, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red.
7 colors, and it gives so much joy to people. And you know what's common between colors and musical notes? There are also 7 in numbers. So can someone tell me the 7 notes in music?
Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa.
And we also have a Western state. Can anyone tell me that?
Yes. Wait, I'll get it.
Can so?
A deer, a female deer, lay a drop of golden sun. Me and me, I call myself far along the way to run. So,
A needle pulling thread. La, a note that follows so. E, that I have with jam and bread. And that brings us to 2. So, do, a
do,
deer.
re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Yes. So very beautiful. Like we have so 7 colors brings us immense joy. 7 notes gives us immense joy. And that brings us to the theme of today's meeting, the songs of color. Basically, what we see over here is the union of colors, the union of notes. And now, in this week, come March, we celebrate a festival with a lot of fervor and festivity, a lot of sweets, snacks, and songs. And that is the festival of Holi. But before I step more into the theme about songs of color, let me tell you about Toastmasters International for people who are attending for the first time. It was a movement which started in the year 1924 and has spread across 140 countries and has drawn the attention and love of hundreds and thousands of members across the world. It was started by gentleman Ralph C. Smedley, and a regular Toastmasters meeting has 3 sections. Those 3 sections are the prepared speech. The prepared speeches are ranged from 5 to 7 minutes. Today we have a special speech. Then we have table topics, which is all about impromptu speech. You will be handed a topic and you have to express yourselves within 1 to 2 minutes. And the best part of every Toastmasters meeting is that we have the evaluation session, where every speaker who comes over here or on the screen will be evaluated by the general evaluator. To help me in this task, our general evaluator is a gentleman from Ambala. Professionally, he has myriad ways. He's a very versatile gentleman. But what I like about him is that his eagerness to take that role and do full justice to it. He's very enthusiastic. He has started the Hoodi Inquisitives, a group where we discuss various ideas. And with a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please invite Ankur Arora, who's joining us on the.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction, Arijit. Well, Today's meeting, I'm going to be the general evaluator. So as a general evaluator, I will be evaluating the entire meeting from start to the end, every single role. And for that, I have a big team with me, which is a tag team and evaluators. So for first, I would like to invite the timer for today. She's currently working at a startup as a mobile app developer. She loves to ponder on storylines and characters of books and movies and reads and watch. Also enjoys outdoor activities, making art and spending time with friends. Please welcome timer for today, TM Madhumita.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Good morning, Sir Toastmaster and all of the fellow Toastmasters and guests. So as your timer today, I will be timing the table topics, the prepared speeches and also the evaluations. So I will be alerting each speaker about the time left using the green, red and yellow slide. So for table topics, at 1 minute, I will show the green slide. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow slide. And at 2 minutes, I will show the red slide. For the people giving prepared speeches, at 5 minutes, I will show the green slide. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow slide. And 7 minutes, I will show the red slide. And for evaluations, at 2 minutes, I will show the green slide. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow slide. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red slide. And I will give my report at the end of the meeting when called by the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madhumita. All right. So next is our R counter for today. And he's working as a business development manager at TimeZ. His hobbies are marathon. He runs marathon as a hobby, and Zumba is also his another hobby. Dance, reading books, aspire to become a CIO is in future. That's what this man. And he's a very enthusiastic gentleman who's full of fun and energy. Please welcome TM Nagamahesh.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Uncle. The purpose today I'm playing the role of R counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as crunch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be as so as R counter. I will note all these things and I will give my report at the end of the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nagamahesh. So next is our grammarian for today. He works with Morgan Stanley, native from Delhi, and arrived in Bangalore 1 year back. He likes traveling, watching movies, and like being lazy sometimes. I have never met this gentleman, but I would love to meet him anytime soon. He's TM Sandeep. Over to you, TM Sandeep.
Yeah, thank you, TM Ankur. Yeah, I'll also love to meet you. Hello, hi, fellow Toastmasters. I'll be playing the role of a grammarian today, and I'll be paying close attention to the speakers and listening for the use of English language and the grammar. So any misuses of the language as well as any outstanding quotes or sayings, I'll be taking a note of that. It's also my duty to introduce the word of the day today. So the word of the day is foray. It means an initial attempt to do something different. For example, Ambani wants to foray into genome testing. So I'll be presenting my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and over to you, TM Ankur.
Thank you, sir. Next, I like to invite our evaluator for the only speech today, DTM Manoj, who's a founding member of our club as well and is very senior member. DTM Manoj, over to you. Please give the speech objectives.
Yeah, I'll read it out right now. So we have Toastmaster Yaska, who's presenting his second speech for the DTM program. And the objective, the purpose statement is as follows. Purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skills as a leader and as a public speaker. The purpose of the second speech is for the member to share some aspects of his or her experience while completing the project. And the notes for the evaluator. The notes for the evaluator is as follows. The member on completing the project is working to achieve his or her Distinguished Toastmasters Award, and the member contributed a great deal of time and effort to completing a project that has benefited an organization. About the speech, member shall deliver a well-organized, well-executed speech about the project he or she has designed, implemented, and completed. The member may speak about the entire project or share an aspect of it and the end result. The member should strive to achieve exemplary ratings on every evaluation criteria for this speech. You are not responsible, that is I, the evaluator, I am not responsible for evaluating the project, but only to evaluate the speech. And the rest of the terms continue as is, as per the regular evaluation sheet. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Manoj. All right, so over to you, TM Hoodi, to take the meeting forward.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ankur, and your team of the auxiliary team who presented their roles and responsibilities. So before I introduce Ankur, the benefit of other guests who joined it. So we are discussing about songs of colors, where we spoke about 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 notes in music that gives us such wonderful pleasures and joy. But what is that? What is this coming together of colors and notes signify?
Highs and lows,
Highs and lows, yes.
the wider spectrum.
Yes. True.
Harmony amongst the
Harmony amongst. Okay. Very well put out by our guests today. So basically, harmony, then highs and lows of life, and also love. Holi is celebrated across the country because it also brings us to a very beautiful love story of Krishna and Radha and how they celebrate. But one of the greatest lyricists was a huge fangirl, not the right word to describe Mirabai, but that's also a very beautiful love she had for Krishna. So there is one beautiful song she wrote, Rang Barse, Bhavan mein, Rang Barse, O Mira, Bhavan mein, Rang Barse. And it was actually set up in the Rajasthani tone because she was the queen from Rajasthan, and it was set in the Rajasthani tone and had a little bit of hint of Haryanvi in it. But it got developed by a gentleman whose name is Harivansh Rai Bachchan, who wrote the lyrics of Rang Barse Bhige Chunar Wali or Rang Barse, which was sang, of course, by his son, and that song became the party song for all the holy events across the country. So a very beautiful song, Rang Barse Bhige Chunar Wali. And any one of you have any favorite memories of colors, especially in Holi? I have a lot of disappointing stories, but Yaska, have you celebrated Holi?
I have celebrated Holi only one time in my last 30 years of my life.
Okay. Thanks for telling us your age. So where was it and how was it? In Bangalore.
Yeah, so I think it was 2020. Yeah, the COVID time. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's the.
Have you, Priyanka? Yes, you are from Ranchi. You
Yes.
celebrated Holi with a lot of fervor.
Yes,
Tell us.
so like I was in hostel, like I used to stay in hostel. So all my girls, like we are mates, roommates, and hostel mates. We have played Holi, like we enjoy a lot. Like in chat, like in terrace, we are playing a lot. So I have good memories.
Okay. And what do you love to eat during Holi?
anything like, since I'm from Jharkhand, so Jharkhand special food is like dhuska, you know about that, pitha dal.
Yeah,
So that is common. And one more thing is bhujia. Yeah.
that's the signature
Yeah.
dessert of Holi. Akansha, tell us about your favorite moments, favorite food, favorite song, and favorite moments of Holi.
So my favorite moments about Holi are like when I was a kid and we used to live in a colony, like there were so many kids which used to, have fun at Holi. So it all began with different kinds of colors, throwing colors on each other. Then we grew up to start throwing balloons filled of water on each other. And then starting with, bathing each other with like pipe water and all those things. And then when we went to college, we just out of somewhere we started playing Holi with mud water. And like colors, it began with colors and it ended up in mud color. And everyone was in, got poured into that brown color.
Okay. So, okay, I will ask this question later. Now, Deepak, tell us your experiences about Holi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, TM Arijit. So, Holi, I think, is celebrated in the grandest way in my hometown. So, I come from Korba, Chhattisgarh. And so, my dad used to work in SECL, Southeastern Coalfields Limited. And we used to live in a small colony, as Akansha was saying. So, there's a lot of quarters, and everyone is a small township, project area. Everyone knows each other. And there's so many memories. Thus, the word holy brings me into the nostalgia. The best part that I remember and I cherish till today, the best memory was to make one day before a lot of sweets with my mother. So I remember by evening will start, by night it would go. A lot of sweets, gulab jamun and namki and a lot of things we would make. This another memory that is very close to my heart is as small kids, we used to gather woods, logs, anything that could be burnt. And then we would really be like hooligans. We'd go to any place where we could go, any neighborhood we could find logs, and then we'll make our own holika. And then we would feel very proud when the elders would come, and then they would take it forward and do all the rituals around it. So that those are the fun memories that I have with Holi.
Very beautiful memories, Deepak. And you mentioned a very wonderful state which has a very beautiful thing which goes along with the celebration of Holi. I had totally missed it until he mentioned the name Chhattisgarh. Is that Holi is basically the celebration of spring. It's the height of spring. Everything is colorful. There are fruits on the trees, and one such fruit is called mahua. And that mahua, they make a very nice liquor out of it, alcohol out of it, natural alcohol, but it's highly intoxicating. The other thing which intoxicates people in Holi is the bhang, of course, which I have never drank, thankfully, because I've seen a lot of people doing embarrassing things after consuming it. Okay, now enough of embarrassment. I will hand over the stage to a person who's just going to become distinguished. This person was introduced to me about 2.5 years back, if I'm not mistaken. And ever since, I have hardly ever come across such a journey of commitment, enthusiasm, loyalty, and support that this gentleman has provided to Hoodi Toastmasters Club. A gentleman who works as in the education field, and he travels across the country. One day he will be in Belgaum, the other day he will be in Kashmir, the other day he will be in Bihar. But he's hardly there in Koramangala, which is his house is. Okay. So just to note, the timer, please take note, the speech is for 8 to 10 minutes. Toastmaster Yaska will be giving his DTM speech, and just a second. So please kindly welcome with a warm round of applause Toastmaster Yaska. And the title of his speech is आपका स्कूल का EdTech Toastmaster Yaska.
I was walking past the conference room where a manager and some of senior managers were having a meeting. As I was walking past, a manager opened the door, stuck his head out and called, Yaska, come in. Believe me, when manager calls in like that, that's something not good. So I walked in, says, so Yaska, what are the plans tomorrow? I was managing a team of 100 people of artists and faculties. We used to create a lot of content. I was the content owner for that particular vertical. So I said, normal, we have a project running, we have a lot of work to do, normal meetings. And then I said, go home early, pack your bags, you have to leave to Chennai tonight. Like, Chennai? Why? We don't have an office there. He said, no, it's not office. We are starting with a proof of concept with 6 schools across India to understand how our product works across schools. We are going to Chennai, I'm going to Delhi, he's going to Guwahati, he's going to Hyderabad, he's going to Ahmedabad. Okay. So fellow friends and Toastmasters, March 21st, 2022 was the day where I embarked on a journey to help schools across India and to touch millions of students with a product that our company was launching. I work in a company called Imbibe. It started in 2012 by Miss Aditi Avasti. In 2018, it was taken over by Reliance Jio, one of the big companies across India, and they had a big vision. They wanted to help the company grow much further. In 2021, we launched a student-facing app on Play Store and App Store and on web. And we got so many students coming on the platform and help learn for various exams, starting from 6th grade to 12th grade, from entrance exams of medical, engineering, law, architecture, science, and also for competitive exams like banking, PO, SSC, defense, NDA, etc. Then our vision, our CEO had a vision. I remember the quote of Buckminster Fuller, who was the inventor of fullerene particle and allotrope of carbon. He said, if you want to change the way people think, don't teach them. Give them a tool which helps them to think differently. So our CEO said, in the growing digital era, let us help the schools become a great giant edtech in itself. We don't want a single company to become a great edtech. We want every school in the nook and corner of the entire India to be a edtech in itself. That's why the term Aapka School Ka EdTech. So your school's EdTech. We had one vision. We said, why not the students? Let the teachers have a helping hand in making the students understand things. Have a helping hand in understanding the students, which is the most difficult thing. And also, while all this is happening, let the school and the parents have an understanding or have a eagle-eye view on what is happening across. So with this idea, we started across, and over a period of 2 months, we had a proof of concept in around 10 to 12 schools across India. It worked well. We wanted to scale it up. And I was very interested. Being a teacher and for 3 years and not teaching again, I thought, okay, it's a great opportunity for me to go back to schools. I told the manager, can I take over this? Can I lead this? He said, if you're interested, so please go ahead. Now there was no budget, as always. So our manager said, so instead of hiring people, let us find talent inside our company itself. The Ambibe is an EdTech company, right? So we had 200 plus faculties, teachers in our company across teams. And Ambibe also had a language division. We are not only producing content in English, we are producing in 11 Indian languages. So we had people put across the country already, which was the vision to anyway go across the country. So we had to find the talent. One first thing that I had to do was find people, identify them across things. Because I cannot pick any teacher. A teacher cannot always teach a teacher, right? They need to have something extra. They need to have that passion in them. They need to understand the product first of all, because a teacher may be best in chemistry, but here they have to interact with math teacher, a chemistry teacher, a science teacher, a social science teacher, an English teacher. They should be able to step outside of their boundaries. So we had created a test. So I first had a small team of managers, one training team, one operations team, etc. And we started working and identifying. Over the period, we identified a team of 15 people. The next was to train them. So I thought, sitting in office, I may be able to train them best. Rather, just give them brief, let them be equipped with the knowledge, and take them to the field and train. So every one of the 15 members, as Toastmaster Arijit said, I traveled across the country. I traveled with them to every school, showed them this is how you should do. This is how you should take the teachers training session. This is how you should take the students training session. This is how you should talk to principal. This is how you should talk to the trustee. And make them understand. And in the process, believe me, it was wholly new to me. I never did this. I was also learning secretly. Over the period, we did a lot of things. August 2022 was, we officially started in a big way. And today, March 2023, it's almost 6 to 7 months. We have gone to more than 700 schools. We have 200 paid schools already with us, and 150 more schools that will be paid in the next academic year. I personally have gone to more than 50 schools, from all the way down from Madurai to all the way up to Jammu Kashmir. I have met more than 500 teachers, interacted with more than 50,000 students. Overall company, I think we have trained more than 5,000 teachers and 2 lakh students as of now. It's a great journey. When last JEE session happened, if you know, the JEE is the engineering entrance examination that happens across India. We had almost 25 students who were using our platform and got 98 and 99 percentiles. It gives me so much happiness. Now, one heart-touching story that I want to share with all of you is when I went to a place called Bijapur or Vijaypura, which is called now. It is located in the northern Karnataka region near Bagalkot. When I went there, a school called Sri Ramakrishna School. It's a very small school. It is a mix of residential plus day scholar school. I was taking a session to students. We had a room full of around 100 students, all 10th grade students, eager to see what is this new platform MBI is about. They were not aware of it. I took the entire session. After the session is over, half of the students went out there and half the students came back. I asked them, what do you want? Do you have any doubts? They said, sir, while you are showing in English, suddenly I saw that there's Kannada also there. Can you please show us? I said, definitely. As I was showing them the videos in Kannada, the questions they can practice in Kannada, the ray of hope that I saw in their eyes cannot be erased from my memory. They were so happy that they had something with them and they didn't feel alienated because everything around them is English. But they were from childhood, they learned only in Kannada. They didn't understand English. So when they had content in Kannada, they were so happy. I came back and narrated the story to my senior vice president, who was himself a founder of another company which was acquired by MBI. He said, Yaska, my dream, which was 15 years back, had fulfilled. When he was taking a session similarly, a teacher asked, he said, you only do for CBS and English, you don't do for regional languages. He said, today, I'm very happy. And believe me that friends, that gives me really so much of excitement and happiness and wow. Now, what did I learn from this? Because I took it up as a DTM project to understand my leadership skills, to understand myself. I asked my colleagues who are working with me to give me a 360-degree evaluation. They shared me some points. I said, first thing, Yaska, you are a great listener, which I tried so much to be. As a leader, because we know a lot of things in and out. We might have problems on our fingertips. The biggest thing is we arrive at the solution faster, which is what is, and so because of which we may take the problem to prima facie and not go to the root of the problem. So when I listened to my team members, understood the real problem, I was able to give them the real solution. And another thing I learned is cross-functional team management, because we were the facing customers, but the customer feedback had to be brought in, understood, and given to the right set of the team members to be taken action. And believe me, even today, if anybody has any problem in the field, I get the first phone call telling Yaska, how do I solve this? Because I knew, okay, where to take this. Even a manager calls me, Yaska, how to solve this problem. Because I know across. I'm not telling because I have gone into so much things and I learned. Last thing that people loved me was, I said, Yaska, you're enthusiastic. Because I believe as a leader, if you are not enthusiastic, the team cannot be. When I went with every member to tease them, they saw that enthusiasm that is propagated. What I could improve, which is the most important thing, is delegation. I believe Arijit will definitely watch for me on this. Yaska doesn't delegate. That is something that I have to learn. Because for me, giving something to another person means a lot. That is something that I have to learn. And the next pebble in my stone that my manager gave me feedback is Yaska, you are naive sometimes. You speak when you should not speak, and you don't speak when you should have spoken. Or you speak too much sometimes, and you speak too less sometimes. So politics is very important in corporate. You should understand it. So my dear friends and fellow Toastmasters, this is a summary of my project. Two things I am able to learn myself, and I could help so many students across the country to have education at their farms. Over to you, Krishna.
Toastmaster Yaska has finished his final project in Toastmasters. We will give him a standing ovation.
Yes. The last speech we should be giving.
And also because he has done such service to the club and towards Toastmasters International, here's a gift from us. Thank you. Oh, what a wonderful way to know that Yaska's manager and I share the same opinion about him. He is one person who always likes to lead the way without budget, without resources. And yes, delegating is one thing he can learn, definitely. With that, such a beautiful speech coming to an end, I will now introduce you to a very chirpy lady who, one thing I like about this person is that, again, similar attribute of that enthusiasm and that willingness to do, but with a big smile on her face. A very big smile. She always comes and she will always nominate for her role because she's very particular about whenever she has taken a role and responsibility, she has to do full justice to it. Academically associated with, she's an alumni of IIT, and professionally she's associated with Amazon, and currently she is spending her time with her family in Bombay, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Rawalbada?
It's in Rawalbada. It's in Rawalbada.
She is in Rawalbada. So those people who don't know Rawalbada, it's the place from where Shreya Ghoshal is also. Okay. And Akansha, happy to have you here as the table topic master. So one topic to you before we hand it over to you. You don't have 2 minutes, you have just 10 seconds to tell. Favorite fruit, favorite sweet of Holi?
Of course, Gujia.
Okay. Second best. Second favorite?
Second favorite, it would be, I think it's besan chakki. It's famous here in Rajasthan. So
Okay. A lot of people have been telling me about it since yesterday. Basil Chagi base. I have to try it out. Or next week, Akansha is coming, so she is bringing it for us. Okay. Okay, Akansha. On that note, I had the stage over to you.
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Arijit. For the benefit of guests, let me tell once again about the table topics. So I'll be sharing one table topic to the speaker. Speakers can volunteer or we can call them on the stage by random selection. And for every topic presented, the speaker is assumed to speak for 1 minute to 2 minutes. The timer will note the timings, and through the general evaluator's evaluation, we would get to know about the speaker. Okay, let me just begin by sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Oh, let me just okay, so this was the first topic. So who's the first speaker for today? Who's the first speaker for today? First table topic speaker for today. Any volunteer we have?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Okay, so Vaibhavi, let me just share my. Did you see my screen already?
No.
Okay, so the first topic for today is, which color do you think has the most life in it? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Master is asking me which color, according to me, has the most life in it. As just told by the Toastmaster of today, the 7 colors, the beautiful spectrum that we have, every color, trust me, has a life in it. The violet signifies the vibrance. You know, some girls who are just like this Bollywood heroines, who are just all over butterflies. And also the indigo, the serious CEOs. We also have blues, that is mysteries that we have to go and solve as puzzle. And that makes the right juice run in our brain. The green signifies the prosperity, you know, the celebration of what we have accomplished, what we have maintained, what we are looking forward to, not breaking that formula or that model. Orange stands for sacrifice. When we want something, anything comes at the cost of sacrificing something. So that is orange. Red, of course, is the celebration of romance, the way we love, the way we shed out our vulnerabilities and accept. So how can I say, table topic master, that this particular color makes me feel alive in it? But you know what? When all these colors come together in a certain frequency, that we have done the project in our childhood days, when we spin the wheel of this color with the motor, it turns into white. Wow, white, the color of peace. Any feeling, any emotion cannot be held so close to heart for a long time unless we have peace deep down the heart. The takeaway from my speech today is that have the peace of mind, be peaceful, have patience, live a day at a time, just the way white waits for its turn when all the colors have shown their frequencies, their bandwidths, and just started to rotate in the highest frequency and made it to white. So that's my take. Thank you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaibhavi. Very beautifully expressed and with a very beautiful conclusion. The topic was justified through your speech about it. Now, who would go for the second table topic today? Do we have any?
I'll take it, Akansha. I'll take it.
Yes.
So the table topic for you is, being a kid, which colored clothes you love to wear the most and why?
I don't have any specific memory of loving one color. I love all the colors. Every color, and especially dark colors, attract me. I do have one memory. I must be 6 years old. There was a party at home, and my mother brought a frock for me. It was magenta color. I love that color. It had floral prints on it. I don't know why I have the memory of that particular frock and that particular color. As I grew up further into, say, second standard, third, fourth, later on, my favorite colors included orange, yellow, red. Although I never liked art, but whenever I had to paint, because our art teacher understood that I didn't like to draw something except for the biology diagrams, which came out horrible. But still, the art had to be really neat and perfect, the design that was given, and no color should be spilled outside the boundary line. But she understood that that's not my cup of tea. So she allowed me to just play with it. I would choose these colors, orange, yellow, and red, usually to do the boundaries. As I grew up further, and now also my favorite color is blue. It somehow soothes me. It doesn't give me any blues. It soothes me. The moment I see blue color, any shade of blue, it calms me down. So that's my whole journey of colors, from magenta to oranges and now to blues. Thank you.
Yeah. So very beautifully expressed, Tanja ma'am, your childhood experiences and how you evolved as a kid and your choices about the colors. So who would volunteer for the next table topic? Okay, so the next table topic is my screen visible?
No.
Okay, it's loading. I'll speak about the topic. Which season do you best associate with some color, and what is that color?
Okay. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to speak. And first of all, the bar has been raised quite high by the previous speakers. And one reason I can guess is I'm feeling blue and she was feeling comfortable sitting next to me. But now coming back to the topic, I think the season and the color, there's just one clear thing that comes to my mind, and that is winter. And the color is white, mostly because I associate it with snow, which I have very rarely seen in real life. But there's something to do with the cold and maybe it's because after these harsh seasons of summers and then maybe harsh seasons of rain, there's this period in time that comes in, it starts getting pleasant and does not go to a lot of extremes from in most places that I've lived in. So that is the first thing why I like winters. The second thing is it's the entire aura around the season where the weathers have gone down, work has slowed down, everybody is meeting everybody else, there's love and peace in the air. And also I think it's from the pictures that have been drawn since my childhood around the seasons like Christmas, New Year's, where there are snowflakes, where there's snow, there's celebration. I think that brings into my mind the color of white and the snow, bringing a lot of peace and happiness. So yeah, that was my I think connection with the color white and the season winters.
Thank you, dear speaker. I expected something like autumn and something like that, but that was a really unique choice of yours to choose winter, having not being in a place where it really snows. So yeah, it was a very unique answer from you. So yeah, any speaker from online for the next table topic?
Hey,
Okay,
Akansha, I can go.
okay, Deepak. So the table topic, so the next table topic is, if you were to teach a 2-year-old about primary colors, how would you do that?
Thank you, table topic master TM Akansha, for this beautiful topic. How would I teach a 2-year-old about colors? The first thing that comes to mind is, how would I teach someone who doesn't know about colors? Let's take this topic to a different level. The road not taken. How would I teach someone who's deaf about the color, right? The most important thing that we associate when we see a color are memories. I think the easiest way for me to give someone about a color would be memories. Every color we associate with the memories that, so I think of black. It's something which is all encompassing. When there is no light, there is dark. And I remember a poem that I was reading, I think it's from poet Tyler. Do not go gentle into that good old night. Do not go gentle into that good old night. Raise with the dying light. So yes, to answer your question, I think the best way to teach someone about the colors is to show them and associate with the memories. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Very beautifully described about the and the way you took the topic to a next level. So the next speaker, any volunteers for the next table topic?
Hina.
Yes, Akansha.
Yeah, so the next table topic is, what is the one color that goes everything in your opinion and why? For instance, like mobiles, presentations, book covers, is like, what's the one color that goes with everything?
So what is the one color that goes with everything in your opinion and mine? So I would go for the color green. So why green is so favorite to me is I love gardening a lot. So I used to spend my time on the terrace and doing so much gardening. So I have a few vegetables, flowering plants and foliage plants. So I would like to spend time on that. And I have made a Buddha statue on that with the golden color, and the green and the golden match is so sweet. Like, so yeah, so I would go for green in all my choices. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Toastmaster. While I was figuring out, like writing this table topic, my answer to this was green too. And what a coincidence that we also had the same answer. Yeah, over to you, TM for today, Toastmaster Arijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akansha, for such beautiful topics. And one thing that's unique about colors and people are that there are so many various perspectives that they bring. Everyone has a different opinion, perspective, and how beautifully they put it. And then we find, wow, so many things when they come together, when they are embraced, that makes it so beautiful. The rainbows, the music. So there's one thing Toastmaster Vaibhavi had put out very nicely, is that colors also speak about emotions. And while pondering over the topic of colors, there's this one beautiful song from the movie Anand. मैंने तेरे लिए ही 7 रंग के सपने चुने, सपने सुरीले सपने. And there's a very beautiful line just immediately after it. कुछ हंसते, कुछ गम के, some of happiness, some of sadness. I used to wonder why people would find melody, Surile is melody, is why people would find melody in sadness or grief. But then again, it brings us that everything in the world is not same. Like colors are different, even your moods can be different, but you have to have a balance. You have to celebrate even your joys and sorrows together. Joys are when we are together. Sorrows are when someone is missing in our life. And there is again Mira's poems, which have inspired so many poets in Bollywood or outside Bollywood for so many years. There's one very beautiful poem which is in the movie Bandini. It goes like this: Mora gora ang laile, mohe sham rang daide. She's quoting the moon that you give me your dark skin, you take my white color, so that I can be one with Krishna. Very beautiful way of telling about unison of two varied colors and emotions and individuals coming together. So colors is always about coming together and forgetting about our griefs, celebrating moments together. On that note, I will hand it over to our ardent gentleman, Toastmaster Ankur Arora, who is also the GE for today's meeting. Hi, Ankur.
Thank you, Team Arijit. All right, so it's time for evaluations. So for the first evaluation, I would like to call timer for today, TM Madhumita. Over to you.
Okay. So the first speaker, Yaska, spoke for 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Coming to the table topics, the first guest speaker spoke for 2 minutes 20 seconds. Tanuja ma'am spoke for 1 minute 48 seconds. The third person was also a guest speaker. I'm sorry, I forgot to take your name down. Spoke for 1 minute 37 seconds. Deepak spoke for 1 minute 13 seconds, and Deepa spoke for 37 seconds.
Thank you, TM Madhumita. All right, so next is our counter, TM Naga Mahesh. Over to you. Please present your report. Naga Mahesh?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Can you, yeah, let me share my screen. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, today is a great day, I feel, because it's really difficult to find the arms and other things. But to do justice to my role, I noted few. Yaska 1 but and so 3 times. Arijit 4 times. Akansha 2 times. And I didn't find anything from rest of the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Naga Mahesh. And the next is grammarian for today, TM Sandeep. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, TM Ankur. So, good usages of words today, or we can say phrases. So, embarked on a journey, eagle eye view, ray of hope, delegation, vibrance. And there was a very good quote by TM Deepak, raise with the night light. And TM Arijit had a very nice quote, melody in grief. So this is my, I noted that the word of the day was not used much. So I encourage fellow Toastmasters to please make use of the word of the day when you speak. That's my report. Thank you, TM.
Thank you, TM Sandeep. Right, so now I would like to call DTM Manoj for the evaluation for the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankur. Toastmaster Yaska, how shall I address you as DTM Yaska? You are next. I listened to your speech and I have a few takeaways, right? Because this is a very important speech. It is a speech wherein a Toastmaster and an individual shows a certain level of evolvement, is how I put it. Not just giving a speech after some 20-25 speeches, so on and so forth. No. A lot of learning which goes into this thing, right? Let me go to the speech part. A good start and informal start is what got my attention. And they'll say, why informal start? It is just like we get a conversation going out. And in that process of the conversation, everybody joins, and rather than making a very formal start saying, this is the thing, just like how Dixon starts the meeting, say, I'm announcing meeting number so and so, end of story. No, he took it the other way around, diametric opposite. Right? He started it as a conversation and brought all of us on board. That is the knack of a good speaker. In your favor, is how it seems, right? Now that comes with expertise and experience. The expertise is when you learn how to choose your words, and the experience is because you've done it so often in your corporate life that kind of became by default nature to you to start your conversation like that. Rather than being a prepared speaker, you made it so like you're a very casual conversation kind of thing, which actually took us all in at one go. That's fantastic. You gave us a timeline reference of the whole storyline, which was good. You explain your title in depth. It was something like, how you see these movies, the title comes in the middle of the conversation. How many of you got him on his title? Right. How many got him on his title when he said? That's the trick over here. He brought in his title in the middle of a departmental conversation with his manager. You're catching that? That is a trick over there. That's where the conversation's core built up for us. Right? One point which I would say is, you're a natural presenter, but in the content, what kind of caught me off guard was why you said we were producing 11 languages. That can mean two things. One, you are no longer with that organization, or two, the project got over. I would rather say you should start with we are producing, or we started to produce. That kind of gives a very different storyline change in direction, right? Let's move forward. You mentioned your skills about becoming learning how to be a solution provider, cross-functional feedback capabilities, and establishing trust value. This is a very essential thing for any individual, independent of what you do, organizationally or on the personal level. Ability to establish trust, to be the go-to person. Shut time. Go call that fellow. Yaska wants to be somebody like that, something which even I believe in. But sometimes, as he said, it's a pain in the neck. He doesn't want to acknowledge it. I still have to acknowledge it after 30 years. That's how I will say. Overall, a very well done speech, a very well executed speech, and I will definitely want to hear more of you. Not at the DTM level now. Let's talk TEDx. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a wonderful evaluation, DTM Manoj. All right, so now it's time. I'll present my report. So meeting started at around 10:16. Surgeon Ram, TM Kalpesh did a great job explaining the rules of the meeting. Then the president of the club took over, DTM Dixon, and he introduced he asked a lot of all the guests to introduce themselves. That was wonderful. Then Arijit, who actually picked a great topic for today's meeting, songs of colors, which is as per the festive theme for the festive season. He explained in detail about the Holi festival, which was amazing. And he even discussed in detail about that Rang Barse song and the connection of that song from Haryana and Rajasthan, which I didn't know about. That was a wonderful thing she did. He engaged the audience by asking them about their experience for Holi. That was wonderful. Then came the speech by TM Yaska. It was a wonderful speech. DTM Manoj has done a great job explaining everything about the speech and even evaluating the speech. I don't have much to add to the evaluation of DTM Manoj. But what I would say is, Yaska, your speech was wonderful. Your body language, your gesture, your voice tonality, and the way you use the stage and the structure of the speech, everything was just perfect. And coming to a speech, and then Akansha, she did a great job with picking the good table topics as per the theme, and they were very interesting and about how the colors, how you think about colors in the life. And then tag team did a great job. Both TM Madhumita, TM Nagamahesh, and TM Sandeep, they did a great job. That's all for my report. But General Evaluator, over to you, TM Hoodi Arijit.
Thank you. And before we get the presiding officer to take over the proceedings of the meeting, a link has been shared to vote over the best table topics, also the best speaker and evaluator. So there is only one. Okay. Priyanka, whom do you like to celebrate Holi with? Friends, husband?
Yeah, like as of now, I'm like married, so it's okay to celebrate with the husband. But yeah, I always miss my friends to celebrate this festival.
Okay. Okay, there's one very one thing about I would like to speak about colors is that sometimes colors are imposed on us, and especially it has since the Holi is also coinciding with Women's Day. Society has often used color to push it on women. Sometimes it could be the color black, sometimes it could be the color white, and also sometimes it could be colors like blue. And this happens mostly on when you bring the religions into place. But the creativity of women, the ways women can come over this, they have been there has been a lot of regressive thing which has happened, but the way women with their all their power, inner power and strength have triumphed over all these regression. There's one very beautiful article I had read in Indonesia. Women were asked to wear hijabs. So how they embraced colors within the parameters of not going against their religion. That was also a very beautiful innotation of how you can use colors in a very creative manner, which does not offend people, but also allows you to express. So I will end my speech before handing it over to Toastmaster Dixon, is that colors is all about acceptance, creativity, and warmth. So embrace it. Celebrate Holi with your loved ones and dear ones, or whom you think could be your loved ones. Okay, and on that note, Toastmaster Dixon.
Thank you, TM Arijit, for this wonderful topic today. So we have some guests here. Can you please introduce yourself before we continue? Yeah.
I am Manish. I have 7 years experience in the software industry. Currently, I am working with the FIS.
Thank you.
Yeah, myself, Madhu. I have 10 years of experience in software industry.
Oh, great. Okay. And you are second time guest, right? So can you give me a feedback of our meeting today?
That's nice, and but still I want to understand more about Toastmaster.
Sure.
How the sessions are going on.
Yeah.
For fresher, so we need to KT on that.
Yeah, sure. We will do that.
Because who is the TM, who is analytics, what is the process I want to understand.
Yeah, sure. We will do that. And anyone from that person to library about your feedback?
Good color list.
We have lots of guests now, more than today.
Thank you so much for that, Arijit, correcting for me a guest. But still, since I've been called, the vibrance that not just the theme, but then the collective effort that has gone both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes was really nice. This hybrid structure is not that easy because I've gone through it myself. So the patience to fix the things, integrity things right at the time, and then giving proper respect to all the people who are taking roles or who are trying their best to make the meeting successful, that I felt is commendable, because everybody will see the beautiful Taj Mahal, but nobody cares about the those fundamental stones or marbles that go with it, making that wonder what is it today. So that has been the learning from the meeting. So appreciate everyone, pay your gratitude to everyone who has put in sincere effort. So that's my take. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now the winners of this meeting. So the first winner, the first role taker goes to Toastmaster Arijit. We have one speaker and evaluators. We call them as a traditional Hoodi Toastmasters Club. We call them as a star speaker and star evaluator of Hoodi Toastmasters Club today. Table topic speaker is Toastmaster Vaibavi. With that note, we have a couple of announcements today. The first announcement is that next week is our contest. I request everyone be part of this contest and and our TM Arijit talk about it more than because he's the organizer of the contest. We'll do. So I request everyone to be part of the contest and I request you to foray into participating another section of another version of the public speaking. So I use the word foray. At least one word everyone right. And second, what is that? Announcement is about renewal. The renewal is happening now. Our club fee is one of the less, I think, less amount that we are taking from hopefully almost, yeah. It's around 4,600 only. I request everyone to renew it as soon as possible because any delay happens, it will be difficult for us to make the payment to the TMI itself. So it's around 4,600 only, and currently we have 9 or 10 members renewed already. So I request everyone to complete the renewal by this week itself. So that's it from my end, and thanks to everyone. Our Toastmaster Arijit has to talk about the contest right now. Yeah.
I forgot. Okay. Wow. I had never expected that this year we will be having the maximum response for our contests. We have only 4 IC speakers, but the best part is for table topics and evaluations, we have more than 10 speakers who have come, who have volunteered or given their name. However, while organizing an event like a contest, the biggest challenge is managing the time. So I would request everyone to come by 9:30. We have got role takers, judges. No, next door. It's in. Okay, I'll be telling you about the venue. So we have a lot of people coming from other clubs. So we have to respect their time. We have to start by 10 and try to finish it by 1. Or else you will also miss your lunch at home. But we have some snacks from our end. And the venue is not very far from this. It's in SMR Galaxy. It's close by. Thankfully, a former Toastmaster gives us the space every year whenever we do in-person contests. And on that note, I will hand it over to this.
And one more announcement, guys. Good news to us, like our Sergeant and Toastmaster Kalpesh. Finally, he passed one certification course, one exam, one of the toughest exams actually. So let's congratulate him, and today is his also.
PMP.
Oh. Okay. We have a photo.
Yeah. Uncle, can you take a pic?
Please come on camera.
Sure. Everybody please come on camera.
Where did he come?
All right. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Oh, too many people.
What about Madhu and Naga and you? You all are not visible.
Uncle, please, camera.
Come on camera.
Madhu, Naga Mahesh.
All right. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Cheese and butter.
Done.
What do you do with these photographs?
We will come to the end of the day. End of the day.